You're in Braves country.
Drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub. Really, this is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, The fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Breen. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose white stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallant.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Armchair.
There's something.
Well, the season's finally here, and the players hit the field.
Hey, howdy, hi, Braves Country Radio. The Armchair Quarterbacks are back for the Monday edition beginning September 29th. We'll be reacting to the world of football from the weekend and getting you set for the week ahead. We'll also be talking Major League Baseball all October long, switching gears to the MLB free agent trade hot stove season that begins when the World Series comes to its conclusion. It's the Armchair Quarterback Radio Show, Monday mornings, 9 a.m., right here on Braves Country Radio.
The armchair quarterback, he's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man with a cool one in his head. The wife.
Can you predict what will come in 100 years? Or in 10? Or in the next minute? Some people think they can. Nuclear scientists, mathematicians, astronomers, biologists. Because they see beyond the known dimensions of time and space.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing left field for your Atlanta Braves, it's the Jerk Store, Jerks and Profar. 13 home runs, 39 RBI, 9 stolen bases, batting .261. Batting second, playing first, Matt Olson. 25 home runs, 83 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .273. Batting third, playing right, Ronald Acuna Jr. 16 home runs, 33 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .271. Batting cleanup and playing second, Ozzie Albies. 16 home runs, 68 RBI, 14 stolen bases, batting .239. Ha-Seong Kim is batting fifth and playing short. 3 home runs, 11 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .238. The Drake is behind home plate and batting sixth. 15 home runs, 64 RBI, .263 average. Marcell Ozuna, the designated hitter, batting seventh. A .229 average with 20 home runs, 62 RBI. Batting eighth and patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Michael Harris II. 17 home runs, 79 RBI, 16 stolen bases, batting .239. And Nacho Alvarez is batting ninth and playing third. 10 RBIs on the year, a .232 clip. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Spencer Strider Day. He is 5-13 with a 4.86 ERA and a 1.40 WHIP. 107 innings, 106 hits allowed, 114 strikeouts, 44 walks, 18 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with the southpaw Mitchell Parker. Mitchell Parker is 8-15 with a 5.69 ERA. 1.44 WHIP, 153 innings, 165 hits allowed, 100 strikeouts, 56 walks, 24 home runs given up. Backing up Parker in the bottom of the first inning, batting
Leadoff and playing short, it's C.J. Abrams. 17 home runs, a .262 average. James Wood is in left field and batting second. 27 home runs and 88 RBI, a .259 clip. Josh Bell is at first, batting third. 20 home runs, 60 RBI, a .232 average. Lyle is the designated hitter and batting cleanup. 5 home runs, 30 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .288. Luis Garcia Jr. batting fifth and playing second. 13 home runs, 62 RBI, 13 stolen bases, batting .258. And Paul DeYoung is batting sixth and at the hot corner. 6 home runs, 23 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .241. Dylan Cruz is at seventh, at the seventh spot and batting in right field. 9 home runs, 25 RBI, 14 stolen bases, batting .205. Adams is behind home plate with 8 home runs, 24 RBI, a .196 clip. And Hassel III is batting ninth and in center field. 3 home runs, 17 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .237. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Ramon De Jesus. Your first base umpire, Adrian Johnson. Second base will be manned by Quinn Walcott, and down the third base line, it's Edwin Jimenez. Game time temperatures here in your nation's capital, Washington, D.C., at Nationals Park, 76 degrees. The wind blowing in from right field at about 11 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 156 on the money line. The over-under out in the desert is 9. Our pick to click tonight, going up against Mitchell Park. We've seen him a few times, so we're going to go with the bat that's done the best against him. I guess it's debatable one way or the other. But we'll go ahead and go with Jurickson Profar. He's 1 for 2 with a home run. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves Country.
Good evening, Braves Country. Good to see everybody in the chat as we swing the door wide open and let the subscribers in as well. We'll hit the Country Club members to begin with, and then we'll see where we are at. Good to see you, Justin Green Machine, Tree Nut, Daniel Berry Sports, That One Rebel. Daniel Berry been with us for 11 months. Uncle Charlie Fritz, Robert, AY is in the chat tonight. I think I saw PETA. I screen there she is. There's PETA. Good to see you, PETA. Hope you're doing better. Justin Hightower, old Bubba in the house. Is that all we got so far? in the chat. Looks like that is. Well, that's fine. We're going to take a really quick break. When we come back, I think I already hit Uptree. No, Gary the Real McCoy, I missed you. I see it now. We'll be back in a flash. If we missed you, put it in the chat. We'll be back for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of those Atlanta Braves. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
My man Nathaniel Brooks is in the house. See if we have any other latecomers. Braden Quinn, good to see you. James Fisher King.
You're in Braves Country.
Well, we got a couple of minutes before first pitch. Let's go ahead and see if any lines have changed for the Braves. First pitch just moments away. What it looks like out in the desert, you got last couple of minutes to put this in if you want it. Braves are now minus 160, it looks like. Man, there's nobody. That place is empty. It's going to be like playing in a pandemic game tonight. I mean, there's nothing but cardboard cutouts in the stands. Maybe they're coming in a little later, but it is Monday night. And nation's capital. Washington's not playing in the doubleheader tonight, so who knows? Braves are minus 160, minus 1.5 run line is plus 100. The over-under has now moved to 9.5. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. We'll put the card up to get ready, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is a strike right there. To get Profar started, it's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup, the 0-1. Inside four-seam fastball, 0-2. It's taking a while to fire up tonight. Let's see what's going on here. The 0-2 count. Brings it. Swing! Rips it through the infield, and that's through for a base hit. And we got a leadoff single with the jerk store. One on, nobody out to get you going here in the top of the first inning.
Well, the jerk store, Cole, they're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Here we go. They've been having issues with their sight off and on for about 3 or 4 weeks. First pitch on the way, it misses up top for a ball. It's 1-0. I wonder if it's got anything to do with old ESPN getting their greedy little nubbies all over everything. One on, nobody out. Infield is back and to the right. Pitch on the way, down and away, 2-0. 2-0 count. We lose it again. I see what happened. The 2-0 pitch. Swing! Fouls it back. 2-1. 25 home runs on the year. You want something to pull for the end of the season, see if we can get 30 home runs. 29, we talked about it in the pregame, would extend his streak to 7 consecutive seasons with at least 29 home runs, not counting the pandemic year. The bubble year. The 1-1, the 2-1. Up top for a strike, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Parker comes set. 93 misses high, full count. They checked down the line, no way in the world that he went, even with Edwin Jimenez down there. Ramon De Jesus behind the plate. Adrian Johnson's at first. Walcott second. Jimenez at third, in case you missed the pregame. Ramon De Jesus, he will make you scratch your head. Plays a lot of games of squeezing and extending the zone. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it over to second. That's going to get through the hole. Sliding attempt by Garcia, but it goes over his glove. Should be a base hit. And Matt Olson.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Kind of a bobbling attempt, but all in all, it's not a play you can assume, so they'll give him the base hit, and rightfully so. First pitch on the way is at the knees, curveball to Ronald Acuna Jr. It's 0-1. Left to right across the outfield for the Nationals, James Woods, one of the best young left-handed hitters in the game. The 0-1. Misses high 94, 1-1. In center field, it's Hassel the third, and in right tonight, Dylan Cruz, top young prospect for the Nats. Round the horn, left to right across the infield, DeYoung at third. At short, you got C.J. Abrams is the 1-1 swing. And a miss at the splitter off the edge one, too. C.J. Abrams, one of the better young hitting shortstops in the league. Not great defensively. Got to figure at some point he probably comes off the shortstop position, but they want to use him there because he's got a great bat, especially for someone who plays short. Garcia is at second, and at first base, it's the veteran Josh Bell that we've seen for years around the league. Switch hitting, solid power, no speed. The 1-2, inside 2-2. And of course, you've got Parker on the mound, and behind home plate, it's Adams. The 2-2 swing, chops it over to third. It's going to be a 5-4-3 rally killing double play. Going down to third will be Profar, but the Braves are down to 2 outs now. See what kind of professionals we have on our team. Even though the leadership hasn't been great, you got to look at it this way. I used to hear Pete Rose talk about it all the time before he started gambling his life away, right? It's the first pitch on the way, tying inside for a ball, it's 1-0. He would make comments during his career that he never gave up an at-bat, didn't matter what the score was, what his team's record was, because when it was all said and done, that's what they were going to look at was his overall statistics. So we'll see if guys like Acuna check out and other guys in the order, or do they play these last 13 like their hair's on fire? The 1-0 to Ozzie. Curveball down and in, 2-0. We went over Michael's numbers on Braves Country today. They are abysmal. And he was, what was I reading off today? 1 for 28 in the homestand. The 2-0. Up top for a strike, curveball outer edge. 2-1. 2-1 count. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone, 3-1. One guy that has not mailed it in is Ozzie Albies. He's been batting .298 over the last month. Hopefully that can lead to good things in 2026. So a 3-1 count. Kim standing on deck. Infield back into the left. Here's the pitch. Swing! Lifts it. High and deep into right field. Going back on the track, making the catch for out number 3 is Cruz. Ladarius says Nationals are a terrible, a terrible name for a team. I thought you were saying a terrible team. I was like, we're only a few games in front of them in the standings. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
You're the most beautiful, funny, loving girl I've ever met. You're perfect. But I want to see if I can try and find someone better.
Hey, Braves Country. Braves Country is bringing you Braves Country Baseball. Braves Country comes to you every week. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and we'll be bringing you play-by-play, pitch-by-pitch of your Atlanta Braves. It's free to listen. Please like and subscribe. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Braves Country Baseball for the fans, by the fans.
Well, as actually patterned my look after what they called the town tramp in my hometown when I was a little girl. I thought she was so beautiful, and everybody used to say, oh, she ain't nothing but trash. And I used to say, well, that's what I'm gonna be when I grow up, trash.
The 4-year stretch that Craig Kimbrell had in Atlanta was the best we've ever seen a closer be. He had 4 years in a row where he got 46 saves, 52 saves, 50, and 47. He was top 5 in Cy Young in 2 of those years, top 10 in all 4 of those years, and in that 52 save year, he had a 1.01 ERA.
You guys make proclamations. You don't make predictions. You're pompous. That's why you guys.
Well, why are you listening?
Gabish?
Why are you listening?
I listen because I hate you guys.
If you grew up in an American League city in the 1950s, you basically hated the Yankees. This was Casey's juggernaut, which won 9 pennants in 11 years, 5 World Series in a row. There's never been dominance like it at any other time in the history of baseball. Some people criticized Stengel and said he was just a push-button manager, but he knew which buttons to push. So a wonderful thing that he had, in addition to the great stars like Mantle and Ford and Berra, he had an ability to pick up players who were seemingly at the ends of their careers, spare parts, Johnny Hopp, Enos Slaughter, players who he knew could perform one particular role, who could fit into this grand scheme that he had. God knows it worked.
First pitch on the way, swinging, smoking it towards center field, making the running catch is Michael Harris the second, off his shoe tops, I should say. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. One away. Line drive that was bending, and Harris, that'll wake you up first out of the game. So 1 pitch, 1 out, 1 highlight reel. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer at the knees. It's on 1. Y'all are talking about the Nationals' name. Ladarius, I think the Washington Texans would be a terrible name. I mean, it just doesn't fit. The 0-1. Swing, slaps a foul. It's on 0-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch on the way, right there at the knees. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Sit him down, Joe. My fingers are sewed. 2 down. Josh Bell, the batter, first pitch on the way in the dirt. It's 1-0. Washington Senators, I mean, they had a great history. Y'all hear me talk about Walter Johnson all the time. The big train, he was a Washington Senator for many years. 1-0. Swing, pops it up. End of the bat. Who wants it? Harris calls off Acuna, and that'll end the inning. Nats go down in order. 1, 2, 3. We'll go back and grab the bats. Put the pressure on Mitchell Parker and the Senators.
3 bases and cocaine, as far as that goes, I don't do it. Now, I'll take a drink. You know, every now and then I'll have a drink. And I will smoke a little bit. I'll do some toot now. I'll do a little toot. You know, if somebody give it to me, offers it to me, I mean, you know, I just sound polite if you don't. So I do a little toot.
I'm 95% positive that there is footage of my naked body on the internet with my knockers just swinging in the wind. Like, do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you swing them over your shoulders like a continental soldier? Well, I think my neighbors might have the answer to that because apparently they have a new ring cam. I don't know how long they've had a ring cam, but I'm concerned because I walk around my apartment naked 24/7. So when I saw today that they had a ring cam, I don't know how long it's been up.
Just like it happened yesterday.
For the Yankees, it was the most painful of defeats.
After the Yankees lost that World Series, I wandered into the Yankees clubhouse. I looked over and Mickey Mantle was sitting there. He had his uniform top off, his undershirt, so to speak, and he just sat there because he had to pinch himself to feel out whether or not this really happened.
He was actually quiet in the clubhouse. He was embarrassed
that Pittsburgh beat us. Soon, the blame was pinned on the colorful but aging Yankee manager, Casey Stengel.
There is a program that's going on with the Yankees, and it has an annuity program, and the annuity program means that after a certain length of time, some people think you should retire.
Stengel had long been considered a master motivator, a genius who'd led New York to 10 pennants in 12 years. Now, as the 1961 season approached, the Yankees had to recover from a tough loss in the series and the loss of their skipper. And while the team still had high expectations, there were serious questions about whether they could reach them.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way by Parker is going to be an easy ground out. Kim gave that bat away. 5-3 put out. One down. One up, one down, top of the second inning. Braves nothing, Nats nothing. They went with the different branding is what they did with the Senators. If they fought hard enough, they probably could have gotten the Washington Senators name used when they came back. Remember, they're the old Montreal Expos. The 0-1 right there, first strike, it's on. 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup, Drake Baldwin the batter. 0-1. Curveball, top of the zone. Just misses. 1. One count, 92 misses high. 2. I think one of the main reasons why they didn't go with the Senators because they had a bad connotation there. The Senators were always known as basically lovable losers, kind of like if you get a new football team in New York, you don't want to call them the Jets. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2 for St. Fastball. I'd say that had a lot to do with it, but I agree with you. I don't like the name Nationals, mainly because teams never think about this. But when you come up with a nickname for a team, think about what it's going to be shortened to if it's longer. The 2-2, swing, lifts it. Lazy fly ball to center field, easy F8 on your scorecard, 1 away. And Washington arguably has the 2 worst shortened names in all of sport. You got the Nats in baseball and the Commies in football. Nobody wants to wear that. So you can't shorten it, so you have to put the entire moniker on there. And I don't know why these branding knuckleheads never think of this kind of stuff, mainly because you're hiring dopes that are not qualified. But they went with Nationals, and they have never looked back. They did win a World Series with the Nationals. Now, to be fair, as the first pitch on the way to Ozuna is outside high and wide. It's 1 out. The Washington Senators, the original Washington Senators, did win a World Series in 1924 against the New York Yankees. Splitter right there on the outer edge. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Ozuna still sitting on 20 home runs. The pitch. Swing, bangs it foul down the line. 1-2. And they were known as the Washington Nationals as a secondary name from 1905 to 1955. It's kind of a nickname. Strange, but it's true. The 1-2 splitter off the plate, 2-2. They're calling that a splitter, but it really bends like a curveball. The 2-2. Swing, dribbles it up the middle. This should be an easy 6-3, even for C.J. Abrams. It is, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. Nats go down in order. Everybody's in order here in the nation's capital. We'll be back in a flash. Spencer Strider goes back to work.
All I want is a chubby girl with tattoos that likes to get weird, eat tacos, and be called pretty. Come on, is that too much to ask for?
Quick, hurry, name a power hitter no one ever talks about. I'll start, Ralph Kiner. He was the first rookie in 40 years to lead the league in home runs when he hit 23 in 1946. For 7 consecutive seasons, he won or shared the National League home run title. He led or tied the big leagues in home runs for 1946 and 1952. When he hit home runs, he hit them in bunches. In one stretch in 1947, he hit 7 home runs in 4 games, and then followed it up with another 8 in 4 games a month later. 2 years later, he became the first player to hit home runs in 4 consecutive plate appearances twice. That same year, he became the first National League player to hit 50 or more home runs during a season more than once. He finished in the top 10 in MVP voting from 1947 to 1952, despite the Pirates never finishing higher than 6. He'd once have the records for fastest player to hit 100, 200, and 300 career home runs. The 6-time All-Star still ranks 6th all-time with a home run in every 14.1 at-bats. Unfortunately, his career was cut short due to back problems, but that didn't stop him from averaging 37 home runs and 102 RBIs over his 10-year career. Now it's your turn. Who is the best power hitter you never hear about?
Normalize dreaming small, real small.
I can remember one of the New York papers running a photograph of Mantle with an arrow and a medical explanation pointing to every place in his body where he had been injured. But the remarkable thing was, in spite of all that, he still was having those 300 seasons and those 40 home run years.
He did it all, and he did it all on a bad leg.
As Mickey went, so went the Yankee. And when they needed him, he was there, even if he had to play with his legs taped from ankle to hip.
It was like he just ignored the injuries. They could slow him down, but they couldn't stop him at all. He was still doing heroic things.
As 1961 started, Whitey and Mickey did their best to carry the Yanks, with Ford off to a strong start and Mantle hitting 9 homers in the season's first 18 games.
There's one.
First pitch from Spencer Strider is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Dalen Lyle, spelled D-A-Y-L-E-N. Lyle, L-I-L-E, so he can't spell anything right. The 0-1 fouls it back 0-2. Youngster, we have not seen him before. He's got about a little over 200 at bats, the 0-2. Down and in 1-2. I've heard about him. Supposedly they're pretty big on him. One-two count. Slider down and into him. So he's the designated hitter tonight. By trade, he is an outfielder. And he's a little guy. 5'11", 195. Well, being an outfielder, you would assume he's got good wheels. The 2-2, bam, he's gone. Solo shot into the bullpen of the Nationals. He might be small, but he packs a punch. It's 1-0. Nats. Good for his 6th home run of the year. See how far that traveled, 382 feet. That wasn't the impressive part of it. It left in a hurry. That ball was smoked. Righty-lefty matchup. Garcia to the plate. First pitch is a curveball outside wide. It's 0-1. Kicks and fires. Change up. 1-0. That got out. I mean, that was breakneck speed. Surprised Acuna didn't get whiplash on that one, seeing that go over his head. 1-1 count. Strider misses with it. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider. 2-2. The 2-2 count. Just below the knees. Full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One away. Good curveball into the dirt. Darryl Lyle's home run ball. That was going at a plus 675 on BetMGM. Just found this site that keeps track of all that, so we'll add that to our list. First pitch on the way, 95 miles an hour, four-seam fastball off the edge. It's 0-1. Slider misses. 1-1 count. They used to have one that would tell you all the information, but because it was automated, X has blocked anything that's automated. I'm like, dude, that's like the coolest part of the app is the 1-1 swing and miss one too. Of course, we didn't know at the time all they were doing was trying to make you buy that grok crap. The 1-2. Curveball in the dirt, 2-2. The 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, 97. Strike 3. And Charlie going back and forth. Pretty funny stuff. First pitch, 97 miles an hour to Dylan Cruz, batting 205, right there for a strike. P at the knees, it's 0-1. Good pitch by Strider. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-0. Starting to grow his beard back. I'm telling you what, he has screwed up. He's playing with all these different combinations. Shave, no shave. Just go back to the Strider stash that looked like a 1972's Beat Cop. What was the name of that show? Looks like he'd be one of the guys in the background in Chips. The 1-2 count to Cruz. One run across the board for the Nats. Strider trying to keep him right there. The 1-2. Slider misses down and away, 2-2. That kid that hit the home run, by the way, he's from Louisville, Kentucky, Dalen Lyle, and he was drafted out of high school in 2021. So he's just 22 years old. As the 2-2 misses off the plate, 3-2. Keep trying to get him to chase that curveball. He's not biting. The payoff pitch. Strider turns and fires. Swing, just got a piece of it to stay alive. 96-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer edge. If he supports other teams, Ladarius, there's probably a Brave slant to it. Like I saw Angels, I didn't see the whole thing. That's because we have a lot of ex-Braves on there. The payoff pitch. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into center field. Not very deep enough, and Michael Harris will drift and make the catch. That'll end the inning. That's put one on the board, but it's a 1-0 game. We'll grab the bats. Harris leads us off when we return.
Getting oral sex by an ugly person is like bungee jumping. You know it's going to be fun, but for sake, don't look down.
I cannot stand hanging out with his Ivy League friends.
Oh, they're the worst.
They're not that
They
bad.
are the
Are you
worst.
kidding me? Debbie can't go 2 minutes without talking about Columbia University and the little guy with the lazy eye from Harvard. Brown. Whatever. Honestly, I wish that tart would go back to Columbia and take her weird little brown friend with her. So when I said brown people, I wasn't talking about your brown people. I was talking about people who go to a university, not your people. Not that your people couldn't go to college. Okay, now I'm hearing myself say your people a lot, so. You need to relax. You explained. Not very well.
I'm looking for somebody tall, dark, and handsome, preferably with teeth and a little bit of hair. A family man, a businessman, whatever, a conscious man.
Somebody recently asked me what I wish someone would have told me when I was in my 20s, and I think this spans across all industries. Sometimes you gotta reach your dreams to find out that they're appalling, repulsive, disgusting. I gotta get the out of here, and that's okay.
They proved just what Ralph wanted, that they could carry a ball club, that if the team wasn't hitting or playing good defense or running the base well, Whitey would keep you in the ball game. We were down by a couple of runs or tie late. Mickey would come out and win the ball game with his bat.
But as brilliant as Mantle and Ford were, the rest of the Yankees were struggling. In late May, the team was in 4th place, barely above 500. And as the legendary Bronx Bombers struggled to get back on track, they faced more competition than ever. As with expansion, baseballs were flying out of the park at a rocketing rate.
1961 was a great offensive year, like all expansion years are, because you have at least 10 pitchers in the big leagues that probably aren't big league pitchers.
Your home for the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Top of the 3rd inning we go. First pitch on the way, lefty-lefty matchup. Harris versus Parker. It's a strike up top. Slider to start it off, it's 0-1. The 0-1 slices it foul, four-seamer on the inner cut. 0-2. The 0-2 count. Slider down and away. 1-2.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, jammed him inside. Just played to the inside-outside game with Harris, and he's down on strikes. Went away. Pork chops and mac and cheese. Iron Lungs got vodka. You know, these liquid dinners is probably why you think that Brian Snicker's doing such a great job there, Iron Lung. Four-seam fastball. Misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Lasagna and garlic bread for Uncle Charlie. Fried chicken, sweet peas, and rice for Nathaniel. The 1-0 chops it over to short. It's going to be an easy 6-3 putout. And Nacho quickly down, and the Braves are quickly down 2 away. Two up, 2 down, back to the top of the order. Jurickson Profar goes to the dish. First pitch, a hanging curveball up top for a ball. It's 1-0. Profar singled his first time up. The 1-0. Spins it. Inside, 92-mile-an-hour four-seamer. 2-0. Parker, he's had his ups and downs. He's got a 5.60 ERA. Braves have gotten to him a few times. It's normally the second and third time through the order where they really take advantage of it. The 2-0. Swing, lifts it down the right field line. That's bending into the corner, but it'll stay fair, and that'll be an out F9 in your scorecard, Cruz with the catch. Braves go down quietly once again. We'll be back. Bottom of the third we go, trailing by only one.
I wish people would stop complimenting me on my eyeshadow. I'm not wearing any, and I think you know that. This shade of purple is all my own. I was born this tired, baby. I was born a tired baby.
First, I want to say this is not a hot take. So this is not me just being blah, 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 screaming about something I don't believe in. The Whitney Houston Super Bowl national anthem, which is considered arguably the greatest national anthem of all time, is bull. And what I mean is she sang it before the Super Bowl when the Bills played the Giants, I think in 91. But she had recorded it the night or day before. So she was singing over her own recorded national anthem on a dead mic, which means she wasn't actually singing live when she sang it. For years and decades, everyone says greatest national anthem, Whitney Houston, Super Bowl. Oh my God, Whitney Houston, the queen of pop. But she wasn't singing. And I just think if you compare it to like Marvin Gaye and the inventiveness of his anthem before the All-Star game in LA, it's not even close because he actually sang that live. And I love Whitney Houston.
Hi y'all, it's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is boy-r-d. Boy, are these fried chicken legs good.
In Minnesota, Harmon Killebrew was crushing the ball, as was Jim Gentile in Baltimore, who even hit 2 grand slams in one game. Meanwhile, in Detroit, Rocky Colavito and Norm Cash were both launching tape measure shots. Teaming up with the always dangerous Al Kaline, the Tigers scored runs in bunches and took over first place.
The Motor City men currently lead the American League Pack by 3.5 games.
If the Yankees were going to pass them, Mantle was going to need help from a fellow slugger. And as the season wore on, that slugger would give his superstar teammate more than anyone could have imagined.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. First pitch swinging, Adams drills one into center field, but right at Harris. He'll drift back, handful of steps, make the catch. One away. He's been busy so far, meaning they've got the ball in the air quite a bit. And if you need JC for the next few hours, you're going to be out of luck. He says he had beef stew, carrots and taters over rice, squash casserole, collard greens, cornbread, corn on the cob, and washing it down with Coors Light. Put a fork in him, he's done. First pitch on the way to Hassel, the number 9 hitter. Outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Curveball. Wide, strike one. We'll take it 1-1. The 1-1 count. Curveball, that one slaps the side of the zone. Good pitch, 1-2. Yeah, Harmon Killebrew is a beast. Was a beast. Uncle Charlie, I guess you're talking about. There is common belief that he is the Major League logo. It's never been confirmed, but if you look at his batting stance, that era, when it came out, most believe Harmon Killebrew is the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Changeup pulled the string on the outer edge to away. His 4th strikeout of the night. Many believe that this logo right here, they believe that's Harmon Killebrew. Most likely it is. You look at his stance, you take a silhouette of it. I mean, it could be a million different people. They don't want to say it because they don't have to pay royalties to anybody, but first pitch on the way is a slider down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. C.J. Abrams back to the top of the order. Swing, chops it foul, 0-2. Abrams has had some big offensive days against Atlanta, so I'm sure Strider remembers quite a few of them. He tagged one pretty good his first time up, but it was right into the teeth of the defense. That was the Great running catch by Harris in the first. The 0-2 off the plate, 1-2. One-two count. Down and in. 2-2. The 2-2 from to Abrams in the dirt, change up, full count. I'd say one of the biggest problems with Strider is not just the location, but when he misses, he tends to miss so badly that he's not getting the swing and misses this year. The payoff pitch, swing, belts it. If it's fair, it's gone. That ball is cooked into the upper deck, but just foul. Talked about that before. C.J. Abrams, he could swing that bat, and he has put quite a few on the Braves. The full count once again. Curveball, tried to get him to chase. Good take by Abrams, and he'll head on down to first. The biggest problem with C.J. Abrams his entire career has not been the bat. He's been pretty solid with the bat. His defense is atrocious at short. And you just wonder if they're going to go yet another year with him at shortstop. They may, but as they start trying to become contenders, they're going to have to figure the defense out on the shortstop side. Slider right there on the outer edge. First strike, it's 0-1. They've got a good young core in Washington, especially in the starting 9, or the starting 8, I guess I should say. The 0-1 to Wood. He himself has 27 home runs on the year. Pitch misses high, 1-1. You're looking at James Wood, C.J. Abrams. These are all guys that can slug it. Dylan Cruz, they're big on Robert Hassel III. Is the 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. And then Dalen Lyle has kind of popped up. It'll be interesting to see if it's sustainable, but so far he's got pretty decent pop. You don't typically see your designated hitter standing at 5'11". But Jacob Young's one that no one really talks about because he doesn't play much anymore. But he is phenomenal defensively and on the base paths. The 2-1 pitch, swing, rolls it over to second. Ozzie backhands it. Light flip over to first will get Wood, and Olsen grabs it, and that'll end the inning. They get one on, but that's it. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I need some meat, guy. I'm gonna do it to rabbits. What's not clicking, berry picker? Go get me a moose right now.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I just saw a meme that said, "Who are you calling if somebody puts their hands on you?" And I was like, who am I calling? What do you mean, who are you calling? An ambulance for you. That was a bad decision.
I am absolutely not a red flag. I told you what was wrong with me. I'm a caution sign at best.
1961 may have been an expansion year in the American League, but it was the National League that was bursting with talent. This emerging group had won 8 of the previous 10 MVPs, and this season, the Pittsburgh Pirates hoped that their star, Roberto Clemente, would make it 9 out of 11.
As far as his arm, there was none better. I've seen him take a ball off the fence in right field and throw a strike either to home or third base. He could hit with power. He could drive the ball as good as anybody. He could do it all.
On his way to a batting title, Clemente would stay hot all year, but it would soon become obvious that he alone wouldn't be enough for the Pirates to repeat as champs or even compete with the National League star-studded squads like the San Francisco Giants, whose imposing lineup featured the monstrous Willie McCovey, the 1959 NL Rookie of the Year.
Willie McCovey, stretch, ferocious, immense, powerful hitter.
And Orlando Cepeda, on his way to leading the league in homers and RBIs, gave the Giants another dangerous young slugger. And then when you included the incomparable Willie Mays, it seemed almost unfair.
He's the best player that I ever saw. You want to hit home runs, he did that. Steal bases, he did that. Throw you out, he did that. And he did it with a flair.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the fourth inning. Quick moving ball game. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Inside, curveball. 2-0. Two-0 count. Pitch on the way, swing. Chased a four-seamer below the zone, but lived to tell the tale as he drags it foul. The Washington Senators, we were talking about it earlier, is the 2-1, pops it back foul. 2-2. So 3 times that name was used. In the 19th century, from 91 to 99, it became a defunct team. They were the Washington Senators. And a couple years later, as they became an American League team, a new franchise, is the 2-2. Misses high, 3-2. Washington went with the Senators' name again, different franchise, different owners. They eventually became the Minnesota Twins in 1960. Is the 3-2, fouls it away. Do it again. And then the last time that the Senators' name was used, they became the Texas Rangers in 1971. The payoff pitch, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. Payoff once again, swing, slices it to left field, running over, trying to make the leaping catch. It's going to go off the wall. Wood will get it off the wall. It caroms, and Matt Olson has a leadoff double to get us going here in the top of the fourth. Stuck his glove out, looked like he might get to it, but no such luck for James Wood and the Nationals, and the Braves have a leadoff double.
Not watered down. This
Ball was scalded.
Ice house. Smooth as it gets.
That's another issue they have defensively on this team is James Wood, but I don't think it's as big of a difference. If you have a so-so defender in left field, it's not nearly as highlighted as a terrible defender at short. You can kind of hide it. Remember something, too, Ted Williams managed the Washington Senators at one point. The 0-1 swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Outside wide, good take. He chased that splitter last time up. He was a manager for the Senators and then followed them over into Texas with the Rangers from 69 to 72, talking about Ted Williams. I always think of that when, I don't know why, but that's one of the first things when someone says Washington Senators, one of the first things I think of is Ted Williams managing that team and then going over with them to Texas. 1-2 count in the dirt. Ball gets away, but he'll keep Matt Olson at bay. Good jump by Adams. Ted Williams had what, like 2 MVPs, 2 Triple Crowns. He went to the All-Star game like 19 times, but he couldn't fix the Washington Senators. There's a good joke in there somewhere. The 2-2 count. Swing, lifts it into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Olson had to slam on the brakes because it looked like Garcia might have a chance of making the catch. So he'll go station to station, and Acuna Matata has a base rip.
Bravo.
Right off the screws. We've got runners on the corners and nobody out here in the fourth inning.
Bravo.
First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is swung on. That ball's going to drop. That's for a base hit. And your Atlanta Braves are going to tie the game. And Acuna read that perfectly off the bat. He'll go first to third. And Ozzie Albies.
I'm the whiz. I'm the whiz. I'm the whiz. I'm the whiz, and nobody beats me.
Man, you have Ozzie Albies standing next to Big Josh Bell. Looks like a family reunion where he's talking to Big Unc. He is so much bigger than Ozzie. In all ways. Josh Bell's put on some LBs last couple of seasons. He used to be real tall and wiry. He never had speed. It was really strange. Even when he was young, you always figured he'd be athletic because he was so tall. And he always ran very slowly. It reminds me of a buddy of mine, that real tall, lanky guy, and just had zero speed. We played softball together, and he'd come lumbering out of the box. He could thwack that ball. The first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's on 2. 0-2 count. You talk about some names, because I just pulled it up because I got curious about the guys who managed one way or another in the organization. Talking about Washington is the 0-2. Misses high 1-2. Well, Gil Hodges, Ted Williams, Whitey Herzog. I knew Whitey was there when this is by then that they're in Texas. Billy Martin. This is the second coming of the Senators, or third coming of the Senators, I guess I should say. The ones that became the Rangers. The 1-2 count. Swing fouls it back. Do it again. So what eventually becomes the Texas Rangers, they've had some names. Pat Corrales, remember him? He managed there for 3 years. Don Zimmer. Bobby Valentine. They've had the who's who of what's what. I always forget that Buck Showalter was there for a few years, and of course Ron Washington. Now the great Bruce Bochy. The 1-2. Swing rips it over to third. That's going to be a double play, but it will get the Braves the lead. So you won't get an RBI for Kim, but you will get a run scored by Acuna.
Bravo.
And though you hate to get the double play, it's good to get the lead.
Bravo.
So 2 outs here in the fourth now. The Braves have grabbed the lead. Lefty, lefty. Here's the pitch. Swing. Fouls it away. It's 0-1. Drake Baldwin flew out his first time up. The 0-1. Swing. Hits it up towards the middle, but the second baseman, Garcia's got it, and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put 1 on the board. Put 2 on the board. We grab the lead. 2-1, bottom of 4th.
White people. Question. What does it feel like to be white?
Average size package, my name's easy to spell, and I get sunburn when it's cloudy outside.
Great white sharks are infesting Ireland. Well, one of them is. That's too many, though. St. Patrick, come back with your staff and tell them f*** off. It's very stressful. It feels like when there's a wasp in the room, but he wants to eat all the Irish people. The Irish have enough on their plate. We used to just have to worry about potato shortages and the English. Now we have to worry about potato shortages, the English, inflation. Sharks. What's your man in North Korea at as well? I haven't heard from him in a while. He's a bit too quiet. With all this stress, it's no wonder I keep ordering takeaways I can't afford.
What are you good at?
Like eating and sleeping.
Okay. And what are you not good at?
Everything.
I got friends that are like, you got a few good videos, you gained a bunch of followers, aren't you worried about your notoriety and getting hacked? Ha! I take all of my nudes with a Polaroid, so joke's on you if you're trying to get into my iCloud, suckers.
While the Giants' stars held bats, the Dodgers' big names were on the pitching mound. Don Drysdale was a proven force on the hill. And now, the blossoming of teammate Sandy Koufax gave L.A. a pair of aces.
He was always plagued by control difficulties in the late 50s. And all of a sudden, he found his control, and he became just dominant.
Blessed with a curveball that buckled batters' knees and a fastball that could be heard but not seen, Koufax started collecting strikeout victims in bunches.
There's no question he was in a league of his own. There was just no chance. We had no chance whatsoever. He just blew us away.
Join the country club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. Welcome back. First pitch on the way, swing and a strike. Swing and a miss for a strike, it's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Josh Bell takes the 0-1 inside. They call that a ball, but it hit the zone 1-1. Ramon De Jesus behind the plate. It's also usually a very bumpy ride. 1-1 count. This is high and out of the zone. 2-1. The 2-1 four-seam fastball, 96. Misses 3-1. Braves lead it 2-1, bottom of the fourth. The 3-1, right there for a strike, 3-2. Josh Bell turned heading to first, probably because he assumed that De Jesus was going to blow that call as well. But this time, he called it true. Payoff pitch, swing, fouls it away. Full count once again. The 3-2, check swing. Did he go around? Looked like he might have. They checked down the line. Jimenez says no dice, so it's a leadoff walk to start the fourth. As far as the Washington Senators became the Twins, names of notoriety that managed that team throughout the years. The first pitch on the way to Lyle is down and in. It's 1-0. They had 7 managers that eventually ended up in the Hall of Fame as the 1-0 right there, first strike, 1-1. Now, they're not all there for managing. Some of them were for playing, like Paul Molitor. But Tom Kelly, Paul Molitor, Bucky Harris managed them twice, once from 1935 to 42 and another time from 50 to 54. 1-1 in, 2-1. Joey Cronin, and then, of course, the great Walter Johnson tried his hand at managing. Only lasted 4 seasons, from 29 to 32. And Clark Griffith, the 2-1. Swing, pops it up, down the line. Giving chase in left field is Profar for out number 1. Very interesting because Bucky Harris was a player manager, and when he left as a player manager, he came back 2 times as a manager. So technically, he managed 3 times in the organization over, say, almost a 30-year period. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. Garcia, it's on 1. 0-1 count, runner at first, 1 out. Brings it down and in, 1 out. Oh, how times have changed. Bucky Harris was a starting second baseman. Let's see how many years did he start as the 1-1 swing, sliced into left field, down for a base hit, and trouble of brewing. Runners at first and second, and just 1 out. And that'll bring Paul DeYoung to the plate. One swing could be problems. As a player, he played from 1919 to 1931. He did not play in 30, so he played 12 years all in total. As the first pitch on the way is a slider down the way to DeYoung. It's 1 out. And he hit a total of 9 home runs. And he was an everyday starting second baseman. That is his entire career. 1-0, swing and a miss. 1-1. Nowadays, we're ready to chop guys' heads off for that. Nick Allen can't even find the field now that Kim is on the team because he's had 3 home runs this season. The 1-1 to DeYoung. Swing rips it into left field. That's through for a base hit. And Profar comes up firing it. Bell runs very slow, so the bases will be loaded, but Strider continues to struggle. And now the go-ahead run stands at second base. Paul DeYoung has put up solid numbers this year. Once again, this is one of the guys, if you followed us in the offseason, I kept circling. He could have been our starting shortstop the entire year, not Nick Allen, not Orlando Garcia. And you see a guy who's got a decent bat and decent coverage over there, and he can play all over the infield. He's at third base tonight as the first pitch on the way is in the dirt. Called for a strike after they checked down the first base umpire, Adrian Johnson. He made very league minimum this year, and for whatever reason, the Braves punted on him. He sat on the free agent market forever. The 0-1. Check swing. You go around. He did, 0-2. That curveball was well into the dirt, and Dylan Cruz somehow offered at it. This would have been a perfect time, by the way, for Crandis to go out there and talk to Strider. Get him to calm down. They have really, oh yeah, he definitely went around. That pitch is well out of the zone, but you get the side view of it, he definitely went around. The 0-2 count. Curveball down and in, good block by Drake Baldwin, 1-2. Good to see you, Harlow. Welcome in. I think Willis has snuck in here. The 1-2. Swing, chopper in front of the mound. And Drake steps on home, fires it to first. And just like that, we got an ending, rally killing, double play, baby. Who says the Drake can't play catcher? The answer is a lot of people, but we'll be back in a flash.
Hello again, everybody. This is Harry Carey at Wrigley Field. The wind is blowing out at 17 miles an hour. It's 46 degrees. Not exactly ideal baseball weather, but nevertheless, there will be baseball.
I think that, to be very honest with you, I do believe that we should have rightly believed, but we certainly believe that certain issues are just settled.
Is Hello Kitty a cat?
Yes.
So Hello Kitty is not a cat.
What?
She's actually a little girl, born and raised in the suburbs of London. She has a mom and dad and a twin sister, Mimi, who's also her best friend.
What the f*** are you talking about? Is Hello Kitty trying to gaslight us? She has whiskers and cat ears. Why did you just accept what she said?
Y'all, the receptionist at the dentist's office just looked at me dead in my eyes and asked me if I'm going to be available for my next appointment 6 months and 12 days from now. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Name one thing that you should remember when practicing patience. That I am an adult and would be charged as one.
I have no idea how my statement got out. Well, that's bull.
One team that seemed unlikely to blow the National League away was the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds hadn't won a pennant since 1940 and had finished 1960, 28 games out of first place. From the outset of the 61 season, however, it was clear things were going to be very different in Cincinnati. Reds pitchers Bob Perky and Jim O'Toole started winning, and the team got an unexpected boost from a newcomer named Joey J, who had won just 9 games with the Braves the year before, as he became the unexpected ace of the staff. And if any of the pitchers did give up a dangerous blast, center fielder Vada Pinson could often be counted on to track it down.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love y'all.
Welcome back. Braves just avoided a big possible inning by the offense of the Washington Nationals. A double play that just bounced in front of home plate, and the Drake stepped on it and had plenty of time to fire it down to first. You couldn't have drawn that up any better. It wasn't a great throw, but a good job by Olsen to grab it and get out of the way before there was a collision. The 1-0 misses inside. 2-0. 2-0 count. Brings it outside wide. 3-0. 3-0 count. Rocks and fires. Swing, slaps it into left field. That's down for a base hit. And Marcell Ozuna gets things rolling for your Atlanta Braves, and we start the 5th inning. And that's not nothing. I know we're going to lose him at free agency, but I'm going to miss seeing Marcell swing the bat, especially when he's locked in. Father Time's undefeated, we know that, so it's one of those things where he's going to want to be an everyday DH, and the Braves want to compete for the World Series, and you can't have both. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball up top. For ball, it's 1-0. 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Brings it. Swing. Whistles it into center field. That's down for a base hit. And your Atlanta Braves have got runners at first and second. And nobody out. And Michael has cashed in one of those IOUs for some money.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
That wasn't even a great pitch to swing at, honestly, but he was able to get it off the plate, hit it right on the screws. Probably one that you don't want to swing at, but it worked out. Better be lucky than good sometimes. First pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez is a 4-seam fastball. This is outside. It's 1-0. Parker looks back to Ozuna at second for some reason. Fastballs fouled back out of play 1-1. If Ozuna's making him sweat, like he might leave, and I'm telling you, Parker was giving him a long look like he might turn around. You got problems, buddy. That is the least of your worries. Marcell Ozuna stealing third with nobody out. The 1-1, 92 right there. First strike, 1-2. You hope that all that will cause him to not be able to focus on the at bat and lay one in there. Top of the order. Due up. The 1-2. Swing, whistles it back to the mound. It's off the glove of the pitcher, Parker. He'll get the rebound, bouncing off the grass, fires it to first. One away. Now, though we didn't get a base hit, that was a productive out because it came off the glove so fast and so hard that the runners were able to advance. Parker says he's okay, but they're still going to take a look at him. That ball was absolutely smoked. Thought it was going to get through right up the middle. That comes as a perfect time as this piece of junk sight continues to freeze up. So they'll all head back to their spots. First pitch on the way to Jerickson Profar is a four-seam fastball, fouled straight back. It's on 1. All I can tell you there, Iron Lung, I know technology's not your friend, is it's probably wise if you don't like all of the pop-ups to do the whole premium thing because it prevents all that stuff. The 0-1, outside wide, 1-0. The 1-1 count. I watch so much stuff off of YouTube, I definitely do it. There's just no way I would sit through all that nonsense. And then, of course, they got the whole music thing that goes with it, so I canceled Spotify years ago. The 1-1. Swing, rips it over to third, right at the third baseman. DeYoung will fire it to first. Bell with the catch. 1 away. Ozuna, he was faking like he was heading to first base. Heading home. DeYoung said something to him. I don't know what it was, but it made Ozuna laugh. He probably said, "I'm not as dumb as the pitcher, man. I don't think you have speed." Well, then you'll get the ads. I don't know what to tell you there. Cheap bastard. Four-seam fastball right there on the outer edge. For a ball, it's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. I bet you don't skimp when it comes to vodka, do you? 1-0 count. Swing! That ball is belted high and deep. Get up, get up, get up. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. A 3-run shot. And Matt Olson, number 26 on the year. He's getting close.
Hello from Plank Road Field. Smooth as it gets. Ice House, always smooth.
A hanger, a banger, and she is gone, baby. 5-1 your score.
Today, losing is
that was a cement mixer laid over the plate, and Olson did not miss. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. Down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. You live out there in California long, that's what your problem is, man. You got to get out of the freaking loop-de-loop where they're taxing you for breathing out there, and things become a little more manageable. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. I said it there, and I said it in New York. I lived in both places. Like, y'all don't know what the hell you're doing. I'm getting out of here, man. You have no clue. Math's not mathing when it comes to all those taxes. The 1-1. Inside, spins around, 2-0. But look at the bright side. The rich get richer out there, so at least you're helping them. 2-1 count. Parker, 79th pitch of the night. Talked about this last inning, I believe. The Braves tend to tattoo Mitchell Parker the second and third time in the order. This is the third time through the order. By the way, not for nothing, Matt Olson is 3 for 3 now. He is a triple away from the cycle. I know it's probably not going to happen. He's a triple away from the cycle. The 2-2. Wow. Okay. That pitch, you see where it is on your screen. 1,000% a strike. 5 inches into the zone and dead center over the plate. The 3-2 swing pops it up. We'll take it, but that was a god-awful call. That is a perfect example of who Ramon DeJesus is. I honestly think sometimes he's just not paying attention. He might have some ADHD thing going on there, man. He's back behind home plate, like, man, that guy got some pretty good popcorn over there. That looks pretty good. Wait, what? Ball. Yeah, sure, it's ball. Full count. Four-seam fastball inside. What is going on here? That was ball 4. Acuna's lost. DeJesus is lost. DeJesus finally gets an alert. I told you he doesn't pay attention to the game. He had to look at his clicker, and he looked down. Somebody said, hey, isn't that ball 4? He's going to blame his clicker. What the hell else do you have to do other than pay attention to balls and strikes when you're behind home plate and getting paid as much as you get paid as a Major League Baseball umpire? They're going to come get him. DeJesus has to be from California. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Sellout crowd tonight. Been sold out for months here. 54,000 in Tiger Stadium. The All-Star game has not been Henry Aaron's bag. Ball 1, he's played in a lot of them, but he's hit only 175. He's had 10 hits, and they've all been singles. Tonight he wants his first extra base All-Star hit. A high fly ball, and it is gone in the upper deck. Henry Aaron gets his first extra base hit, his first All-Star homer.
Irish people love to
All right, they are not taking him out. They decided to keep him in. And because the first visit to the mound was an injury, they didn't have to take him out. I just assumed they were. First pitch on the way to, Ozzie Albies. Did he go around? They checked down the line. Man, I'll tell you right now, Adrian Johnson has got dinner plans. Everything's a strike. It's 0-1. We can't really complain, though, because we have got some beauties from Ramon DeJesus. But Adrian Johnson, he has yet to even think about it. He just goes yak him. So, as soon as the ball gets thrown. The 0-1 outside wide 1-1. And he's behind the plate tomorrow, probably game 1. And he does that he does that behind the plate too. This is quite the collection of umpires they have in this. These 4 guys that used to be together: DeJesus, Adrian Johnson, Quinn Walcott, and Edwin Jimenez. And if you know your umpires, you realize they probably got sent to this series because the Braves and the Nationals are combined 32 games under 500. So a 1-2 count to Ozzie. Pitch on the way, slaps it foul. Ozzy's 1 for 2. He's gotten his batting average up to 240, which we all know that's peanuts for the across the year, but remember, he was fighting, first half of the season, we were constantly keeping up with whether or not he was hitting 219 or 221 back and forth. It was one of those three, 21, 20, and 19, day in and day out. So he's added 20 points to his batting average in the second half. The 1-2 count. Harris had added to his batting average, but he's back down, ironically, where exactly as Ozzy is, but it's because Harris was scalding hot for 3 weeks and then went back to where he was. 1-2 count. Ozzy Albies digging in. Runner at first, 2 outs. Acuna with good speed. The pitch, swing, pops it up. But stay in play. Giving chase is Bell over by the first base dugout. He will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So he'll walk into his own dugout, and the Braves have taken a 4-run lead. 3-run jack by the Ice House. We'll be back in a flash.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you probably should open up that 24-pack of water bottles that's been sitting in the kitchen by the fridge and start drinking them before they go bad.
Dad?
Yeah?
When is it okay to use violence against another person?
How about anytime your idiot son comes up to you filming you with a camera? Start with that.
Dad, come on. Be for real.
I don't know. When you're getting attacked, you need to defend yourself, I guess. And what? You want me to list every situation where violence is okay to use? Can't do that. Why are you thinking of violence anyway?
Because, I get so mad at people when they attack others. It makes me want to kick down some doors.
Okay.
Well, why do you say it like that? I'm not capable. I'm not capable of getting mad.
You're capable of getting mad. I just don't see you as the type of guy who's kicking down anybody's door.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. A few days ago, you got upset and flustered at the gas station and went into panic mode because you couldn't open up a bag of Doritos. Not very intimidating.
Dad, I can be intimidating.
Your own dog doesn't even listen to you when you're upset, so no.
Look, you didn't even need to bring up the Doritos incident.
Ugh. Later we're going to have to take one of those forced happiness family photos that come in the restaurant's tacky frame.
Yo, I talked to all 13 of your fans. They said it's okay if you lose today. Ball!
If the New York Yankees were going to make a run at a title in 1961, they would need someone to help Mickey Mantle. That someone, most all observers agreed, had to be Roger Maris. The Yankees had traded for Maris prior to the 1960 season, and he had rewarded them by winning an MVP while often protecting Mantle in the lineup.
It was the first year of Mantle and Maris together, Roger having come over from Kansas City. And I think Roger Maris allowed Mantle to finally have a guy on his own team batting behind him who would take a lot of the pressure off Mantle to win every game.
This year, it'd be Mickey's turn to take the pressure off Roger, as manager Ralph Houck had Maris bat in front of Mantle, with Mantle now protecting him. Maris would get a steady diet of fat pitches to choose from.
We start the first inning, we start the fifth inning with an 0-1 count to Adams, swing and a miss. Down below the knees, it's 0-2. Riley Adams, the hind catcher for the Washington Nationals, batting .195 with 8 home runs. The 0-2. Slaps it back foul, we'll do it again. The 0-2 count, down and away, 1-2. Braves lead at 5-1. You'd like to see a shutdown inning by Strider here. Strider's allowed 3 hits, a run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yak! 1 away. Good bender off the plate. Just too close to take for Adams. And that will bring the left-handed bat of Hassel the third. First pitch swinging, lifts it into left. That ball's going back. Running to the track, making the catch at the wall is Jurickson. Pro far, good. 2 down. And we're 1 out away from a clean shutdown inning after putting 3 on the board and taking a 4-run lead. C.J. Abrams, who's putting a couple of good smacks on the ball. He walked his last time up, the first pitch on the way, 96, P at the knees. It's 0-1. I've always liked watching C.J. hit. I just can't imagine. It's very fun watching him field. The 0-1 pops it up. High in the sky. Making the catch is Acuna, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, just what the doctor ordered. A shutdown inning by Strider. We take a 4-run lead into the 6th.
I don't really mean to be rude, but you look like you called out a sewer and the infestation, and you look like garbage.
Foul balls might be the most boring part of the game for most people, so let's spice it up with some of the best foul ball stories. First off, Charles Wiegum, the owner of the Chicago Cubs, allowed fans to keep foul balls that entered the stands. Prior to that, you could be ejected or even arrested for keeping a foul ball. In 1903, Rube Waddell hit a foul ball that landed on the roof of a baked bean cannery. It would set off a steam whistle, causing everyone to abandon their posts, which resulted in a ton of boiled over beans which exploded, showering the Boston ballpark with scalding beans. In 1939, during a game on Mother's Day, Bob Feller's mom would make a trip to Comiskey Park to see her son pitch. During the game, White Sox player Marv Owen hit a foul ball off of Feller that would hit Mrs. Feller in her right eye, breaking her glasses. After a trip to the hospital and some stitches, she would be okay, and Feller would regain his composure and go on to win the game. Luke Appling once asked Chicago White Sox management for a couple of dozen balls so he could sign them and donate them to charity. Management rejected the idea due to the cost, so Appling did the next best thing. He bought the balls himself and proceeded that day to fall off a couple of dozen balls during the game, after which he tipped his hat towards the owner's box. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Ken Rosenthal writes a column saying Ripken should end his consecutive game streak because it's bad for the team. Ripken responds by hitting a foul ball into the press box, which breaks Rosenthal's computer.
Pitchers would do anything to avoid facing Mickey Mantle with a man on base.
Well, I know it helped him a lot, me hitting behind him. You know, I don't think he got one intentional walk that year.
By mid-May, Maris shook off a slow start, and an historic home run race had begun.
Ball is on.
The M&M boys, as they were known, weren't just hot, they were sizzling. By the end of June, Mantle already had 25 homers, Maris 27.
Mantle and Maris, dial M for murder.
Well, we as ball players, we couldn't wait to get to the ballpark to see who would hit one next. They were so hot, every time Raj went to bat, or Mickey, you anticipated a home run.
Ha-Seong Kim leads us off. He's 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch on the way. Down below the knees, well below the knees for a strike. Kim doesn't like it. He's giving the what for to Jesus. Can't say I blame him. It's 0-1. His last time up is the 0-1. Swing, pops it back foul. 1-2. Kim didn't get credit for an RBI because it was a double play, but he did drive in Acuna. Runners on the corners and nobody out, hitting into a double play back in the 4th. The 0-2. Inside. 1-2. 1-2 count. But if you're just joining us, game ball leader in the clubhouse so far is Matt Olson. He is 3 for 3, a triple away from the cycle with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. 1-2, fouls it back into the night. Braves 5, Washington 1. The 1-2, Parker, his 93rd pitch of the night. flips it up there. Swing! That ball's laced down the line, but foul. Baldwin is on deck. Ozuna and then Harris to follow if anybody gets on. His last batter may be Baldwin, the left-hander. The 1-2. Inside 2-2. You got to play this out in your head, unless it's a really quick out. He'd be well over 100 heading to the right-handed Ozuna. The 2-2. Swing, fouls it back. Braves looking for win number 67 tonight. We talked about it on Braves Country today this afternoon. What I want out of these last 2 weeks, I want a winning record. I want a winning record against teams that we ought to compete with. The 2-2. Pops it back, foul. Build a little momentum, not much, but a little momentum going in to next season. People keep talking about worrying about getting the number one pick. You're not going to get the worst record. That is out of reach. And it is a lottery, so it doesn't realistically matter. It's all blind luck. The 2-2. Pops it back, foul. I look at this, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be on a lottery. You're just either going to get it or you're going to get a top 5, top 10 pick no matter what. But even with that guy you draft next June, he won't play for quite some time. The 2-2. Swing, rips it into left. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. Up against the wall. Here comes Kim. He's flying around first, heading for second base, and it is a lead-off double for the convenience store. Kim's Convenience finally gets on. Drake Baldwin due up. So runner at second, nobody out, and the Drake lefty-lefty matchup. Ozuna standing on deck. You got to figure they've got a right-hander working. I haven't seen anything in the bullpen yet. The first pitch chops it down the third base line. It's a 1. Pitch number 100 on the way. But all in all, I think Mitchell Parker's a solid number 4, number 5 guy in their rotation that they can build up. We'll see the race tomorrow, assuming weather. The 0-1. Fouls it back. 2. Mackenzie Gore's got really good stuff. I don't think he's necessarily an ace on a contender, but he's their ace right now. If you play this out in a few years, you probably want him to be the number 3 guy. Maybe number 2 if he lifts his game a little more with the 0-2. 4-seam fastball down and away, 1-2. The convenience store is always open, Gary. 1-2 count. Kim's Convenience standing down at second. Parker steps off the bump. That's someone he probably should be concerned with. I don't think Kim will go, but he's got good speed. 1-2. Swing. Just got a piece of it. Chased it off the plate, but probably too close for comfort. Appears to be a righty warmed up in the bullpen. Ogasawara, they just got to be calling that guy S.O. I mean, his name, that thing's longer than the phone book. Holy cow. The 1-2. Swing, hits it through, and that's going to be a base hit. The Drake shows up. Here comes Kim, flying around third, heading for home. He is safe, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 6-1 lead. Convenience store comes home to score, and the Drake. You gotta love the Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
That ball was smoked. I would think are they not? Okay, they are making a pitching change. They took a long time to decide. I was like, man, this guy's got 103 pitches and is on fumes. We'll be back. SO is on the way. Braves lead at 6-1. Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show. Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio.
He's the armchair quarterback. He's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man.
Man, oh man, we just saw a Joe Jimenez sighting. He's in the dugout for the Braves. First pitch on the way, 92 at the knees, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Well, we're going to go with the spelling. We're going to see if we can figure out in their head how to pronounce this. Knuckle curve, outside wide, 1-1. His first name is spelled Shinnosuke. My guess is Shinosuke. The 1-1, flips it over to first. His last name is Ogasawara. Ogasawara. Shinuki Ogasawara. So, with that being said, SO delivers the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, banged on the ground over to third. It's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. 2 down. He'll be SO going forward. I am not pronouncing that nonsense. That big old mouthful of letters every single time he makes a pitch. We'd have to come up with one heck of a good nickname for him if he becomes a Brave. If this was a Who Am I iron lung, you'd never even get it. Slider misses outside wide, 1-0. This is the guy that's on the mound currently for the Nationals. The 1-0, swing, fouls it back. 27-year-old out of Japan. I know that's not a shocker. He came over this year. I remember them signing him. I've never seen him pitch. The 1-1 chopper over the mound. 6-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. Harris down once again, but not before your Atlanta Braves put another one on the board. The convenience store comes home. It's 6-1. We go to the bottom of the 6th.
Time to wake up the neighborhood. Who needs a rooster when you have a pot?
Hey, rookie! You were good. For those of you who have seen Field of Dreams, and for those of you who haven't, I'm going to tell you the story of Moonlight Graham. Archibald Wright Moonlight Graham was born on November 12, 1876 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Some say he got his nickname because of his speed. Others say he got his nickname because he moonlighted at a second job in the off-season. He played minor league baseball for 6 seasons until he finally got his chance in the big leagues with the New York Giants in 1905. On June 29th, he would finally make it into a game against Brooklyn at Washington Park. Graham would replace right fielder George Brown at the end of the 8th inning. Unfortunately for Graham, he never got a chance to bat. In the top of the 9th, he would be left in the on-deck circle when Claude Elliott flied out for the 3rd out of the inning. He would play right field in the bottom half of the inning, but never recorded a putout or an assist. Soon after, he returned to the minors where he played until 1908. In 1908, he had to retire due to chronic respiratory problems. He never got another chance to play in the big leagues. In 1911, an American League scout found out he was playing semi-pro ball and asked him to join the Red Sox, but he declined the offer. After baseball, he became the Chisholm school doctor in Minnesota for over 50 years. Sometimes he would take the students out to the field, where he would throw baseballs from home plate over the left field wall, a distance of 335 feet. In 1965, passed away at the age of 88.
Baseball sports are the streets and the lots in the old neighborhoods. We had to build the backstop. We had to build the mound. We had to put down the line. Actually, we had a saint of a man by the name of Joe Austin, a night manager in a brewery who was single, who had played semi-pro ball, and who was the godfather of baseball for this community. And he built the field, the players helping him. And we played there on weekends, had a very, very good team, even got uniforms after a while. And that's where I learned the game. And it was wonderful.
Spencer Strider goes back to work. First pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-1. Curveball misses, 1-1. So they got a late night doubleheader on Monday Night Football tonight. And I guess Zach Brown Band is going to play at halftime. I think that's what they were saying. Is the 1-1. Fires it over to first. Ball coming off the bat of James Wood. Spencer Strider quickly jumps on it and flips it over to first for the first out of the inning. 1-3 in your scorecard. Did y'all see the whole thing between Zach Brown and some guy I'd never heard of? That the guy is backpedaling now, by the way. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. This was all over social media yesterday. The curveball down and in. The ball misses to Josh Bell. It's 1-0. I don't know the guy's name. Even though I listen to country music, I've never heard of this guy, but I don't listen to modern country, so that's got a lot to do with it. 1-0. Fouls it back. 1-1. But what he did was he got into it with Zach Brown, the lead singer of the Zach Brown Band. And they were talking, well, he was talking smack about him, basically saying he wasn't a good guy on a podcast. I don't know whose podcast, never heard of the podcast. But you know how that goes. It's going to get around. As the 1-0's fouled back, it's 1-1. And the two of them, let's see if I can find it real quick. It's got to be in the news. Gavin Adcock is the 1-2 lifted into left field. Right there is Profar. Kind of a hard hit ball, but right at Profar, deep into left field, 2 down. Whoever he is, he's a newer singer, but he was basically saying that this Zach Brown wasn't very nice to him, that he was a phony and a fraud and all this kind of junk. So they see each other at some music festival out west, I think Oklahoma, this weekend, somewhere in that area. As the first pitch on the way is 82 slider right down the pipe to Lyle, who had a home run, the only run for the Nationals so far. It's 0-1. And Zach started talking smack to him through the fence. He climbed the fence because he wanted to jump the fence and kick his ass. Well, security stopped him from doing it as the 0-1. Right there for a strike 0-2. And this, you got to realize, this Gavin character, he'd been egging him on, so you will fight me, let's fight. Then he jumps the fence and goes, Oh, ain't no problems, man. And then he comes on social media today and says, the reason why I didn't fight him is because I'm not going to get in a fight right before I go on stage. It's not good for my listeners, and all the came with all these excuses as he 0-2 in the dirt 1-2. And that's fine if that's how you want to live your life, but you don't run your lips. And then once the guy comes over, you go, I'm just joking. I really didn't want that. I just wanted to look tough. Look tough. The 1-2, swing, lifts it into center field. That'll drop down for a base hit, and Lyle with the second hit of the day. It's a whole funny thing. What I'm wondering is, now that Zach climbed the fence, the guy backed down, and now he's backpedaling. Is he going to say anything on national television about it? I seriously got to watch it, but that's I'll be looking to see if anything is said. First pitch swinging by Garcia, four-seam fastball. This is foul. It's 0-1. Zach Bryan's been around a while. This Gavin guy, I think that has said a lot. This Gavin guy is kind of a wuss. And I never really thought of Zach Brown being this big tough guy, but he scaled that fence. And old Gavin, he puckered up real quick. They got him. Fired it over to first. It was a delay, and Spencer Strider's grinning ear to ear. I'm telling you right now, Adrian Johnson, first base umpire, he's got dinner plans. We'll be back in a flash.
One thing about me, I'm going to say whatever the I want until someone beats my ass. Then, I'm going to still say whatever the I want with a black eye, a couple missing teeth, maybe some broken bones.
If it's any consolation, I'm not really sure how good those tickets are. I was hoping to get something on the first few yard lines, but I can only get ones way back on the 50th.
Can we get another NCAA game? Like, I'm so frustrated that playing Madden is so challenging. I told my brother, I wish I would have played Madden more growing up and won Super Bowls on Madden and visualized that, because I spent so much time winning Heismans and winning championships on NCAA. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't play enough Madden. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I'm going back and I'm having to take my rating down from all Madden to all pro, and then I'm losing to all pro. Like, I'm not going to rookie. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to whatever the next one is. Like, and I'm like, I'm getting these wins, but this doesn't feel real. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I play my brother, and he's 21 stomping me.
I don't want my child to miss knowing him. Who else is going to teach him how to catch a football ball?
Fellas, do y'all's ladies text y'all all day while you're at work telling you how much they miss you, but as soon as you get home, they're cussing you out about random stuff that's going on around the house? Or is it just me?
Because we've been playing it fundamentally the same way for so long, the way that we can find the benchmarks that cross generations and cross decades is to be able to use these statistics as if they were labels. They aren't numbers. 300 hitter is not a number. The 300 hitter is a tag that means something today, as it did in 1930, as it did in 1890. So the statistics become a means by which we can connect to the permanence. I can make that comparison with my father, who could have made it with his father, on that common language of statistics.
Welcome back. During the break, Charlie said, well, Zach Brown's from Georgia, so he don't take anything off anybody. Gavin Adcock's from Athens, Georgia. so that doesn't track, as the first pitch on the way is outside, high and wide. It's 1-0. Take it from somebody who has lived all over. Everybody thinks their area that they're from is the toughest, and everybody's wrong. The 1-0 fouls it straight back. It's 1-0. Every area has tough people. Every area has soft people. It really just depends on how they were brought up. Man, I'll tell you, I've lived all over, and they all believe that their town's the toughest and everything. I'm like, ugh. Most of them can't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Here comes Adams, come out there to talk to SO. And he's not using an interpreter, so SO, 27-year-old from Japan, just came over. That's pretty impressive. It was a really quick chat, so that may be true, or Adams might have came out there and said, do you know English? No. Okay, never mind. The 1-1 count. Inside 2-1. We're specifically talking about Gad Adcock. Iron Lung. First pitch on the way off of that is a single by Nacho Alvarez. He'll smoke it in between the 5-6 hole, heading to left field. And the Nacho Man's got the base hit.
Whoa, you check it out. What? Look, it's that guy.
Get me some nachos.
It is a sign. A sign that needs nachos to help me score.
Lefty-righty matchup now. SO to face Jerickson Profar. The 0-1, did that hit him? Looked like it did. It did. Profar's going to head down to first. Bounced off the ground and off his shoe. He appears to be okay. Hopefully the ball bounced it high and in. Low and in, I guess I should say.
Well, the Jerks start calling. They're running out of you. Well, the Jerks start calling. They're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
First pitch to Matt Olson, who's a triple away from the cycle. If it gets down in the gap, you got to send him, baby. I don't care if you think he's going to get cooked. We're up 6-1. We're 1,000 games out of first place. If he gets one in the gap, it's a full send to third. The 0-1. Swing, slices it foul. 0-2. The infield's playing pretty straight away and deep. For him to get a triple, you're almost going to need a funny bounce where it ricochets and shoots backwards and the outfielder has to chase it. Unless he gets it deep into the corner, it just dies. The 0-2. Swing, slaps it down the line. That's a fair ball. That's going to go all the way down into the corner. That gets down where the green grass grows. Olsen will have to stop at second because he's got Profar in front of him. Profar was held up. So Matt Olson just one base away from the cycle. That may or may not be his last at bat. But it's now 7-1 here at
This is
Braves.
Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. High and out of the zone. Knuckle curve. It's 1-0. This is high and out of the zone, 2-0. 2-0 count. Brings it. Just grabs the outer part of the zone. Acuna doesn't like it. Can't say I blame him. 2-1. But it is 7-1 in the seventh. Matt Olson has the Travis d'Arnaud alfalfa thing going on in his helmet again. They're focusing in on that on the Braves vision. The 2-1. Inside 3-1. Acuna looks back out there to the mound. I can't imagine there's beef between SO, who just came over from Japan, and Ronald Acuna. Maybe they faced in the World Baseball Classic. I don't know. Speaking of tough, did y'all watch that fight on Saturday night? That was impressive. Bud Crawford, the 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. He's one of our picks on the show. And a buddy of mine who's on the show with me, we were going back and forth that night texting. Because he was like, man, because I'm telling you, he's not going to win, blah, blah, blah. I said, dude, I'm going by what the sharps say. I don't follow boxing anymore. I enjoy it, but I don't follow it because they pay so much, or charge so much. The 3-2, slices it foul, do it again. I used to love boxing in the 90s, 80s, but when they started charging every single, when HBO and Showtime no longer had the rights to the fights, and you had to start pay-per-view for every single boxing match, I was out. Because I grew up on Wild World Sports and then HBO and Showtime. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Acuna down on strikes. One away. That was a really good boxing match. Went the distance. Crawford, 37-year-old from Nebraska, went out there and got him. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. He's 42-0, by the way, as a professional boxer, for those of you who don't follow the sport. The 0-1 swing, slices it over to first. Line drive, one hopper out. Bell had to keep an eye on Profar. He'll step on the bag, and everybody will return to their bases. So runners at second and third and 2 outs. Kind of trapped it and had to run over there and tag the base before Ozzie hit first base. But I guess Profar was dancing back and forth trying to deke him to throw. First pitch to start the at-bat to Ha-Seong Kim. This is high for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. This is high, 2-0. But I was able to catch that one on Saturday night as my point guard. I haven't watched it in years. And I still enjoy the sport. I don't watch it because they charge way too much for it. And is the 2-0 down and in, 3-0. They pick the damnedest times to have the big fights. They'll be trying to jazz people up and say, this is the biggest fight of the century, whether it's UFC or boxing. And you're like, dude, it's like early November and LSU and Alabama are facing off 1 versus 5. I'm like, I'm not watching that. We couldn't have done this on Wednesday evening. 3-1 count to Kim. I know there's a lot of people that still watch it, but it's just it's lost its way in the mainstream in the United States. A 3-1 pitch, swing, fouls away, full count. Was it because Tyson had bit an ear, or is it because he had won the fight? The 3-2. Outside wide ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. Ducks all over the pond, bases loaded. How do you feel about Texas football? Not much. I mean, I don't care what they say. They're not an SEC team. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is swung on. That ball is sliced into the outfield. Here comes Profar home to score. We'll go station to station, and it is 8-1. Good piece of hitting there by the Drake. RBI single.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Ducks still all over the pond. Marcelo Ozuna, the batter, bangs a knuckle curve towards the dugout. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Tim must be a Texas fan because he's talking about a lot of Texas football in the middle of this game. The 0-2. Inside, 1-2. 1-2 count. SO comes set his 35th pitch. Swing, fouls it straight back, and just missed the changeup. Do it again. The 1-2 brings it. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll end the inning. But not before your Atlanta Braves put two more on the board. It's 8-1. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Get up and stretch, Braves country.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. We out to the ball. We out to the night. Find me something of Cracker Jack.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way. 93 right there at the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Curveball down and in. 1-1. Strider, most likely his last inning. Hopefully he gets through this inning. 89 pitches, so it'll be dicey. 1-1 count. Curveball misses. 2-1. Pitch on the way, swing, lifts it high and deep into center field, going back on the track, making the catch at the wall for a loud out number one. That ball had some carry on it. Garcia almost got it out. He's been a thorn in our side over the years, but we've kept him relatively quiet this year. I believe that's Connor yeah, that is Connor Siebold warming up in the bullpen for the Braves. So expect to see him in the 8th, hopefully not before. First pitch on the way. Four-seam fastball. Sizzles it back foul. To Paul DeYoung. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Slider misses. 1-0. 1-1 count. Braves have a doubleheader tomorrow, question mark, because they're expecting rain. I'm going to go look at the forecast at the break and see what we can see on the expected weather now that we're a little closer to it. Go to a couple of sites that we routinely check when it comes to baseball weather. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 96 miles an hour up around the eyeballs. 2 down. Spencer Strider, his 6th strikeout of the night. .96-mile-an-hour four-seamer, miss outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. There's rain expected Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to try to get a decent look at it before the end of this game to give you an idea of what to expect tomorrow. The 1-0 pops it up down the line. Ronald Acuna Jr., he's there to make the catch. And just like that, he's through 7. 1, 2, 3. What a great outing by Spencer Strider. He struggled through a couple of parts, but all in all, salute.
If Aunt Baby were alive today, how old would she be?
She'd never make it.
Pitch to Ozuna. Swung on and blasted. Deep to left field, forget about it. 2-run homer, Marcell Ozuna. And the Braves with a 5 spot on the board here in the top of the 10th inning. Ozuna with his 14th home run of the season.
What was that? They're going to stop in the middle of the third baseline and do a
Ozuna
hand.
just now steps on a home
joke.
plate.
Ron Washington, that's just not professional. Stop in the middle of the third baseline so they can do a little hand dance.
Got him! Got him!
Hey, young people, I want to let y'all know right now, we raising the retirement age from 65 to 70. So now you got to work from now until you 70 to afford a basic living. Bro, I'm not doing this. What you going to do, just not have a job? Hell yeah. I'll off myself. Before I work my whole life away just to barely get by, I'll take myself about this. I'm already not making it. What more can I lose? I work for $1 billion company, and I'm struggling. There you go with that. I bet you want us to increase wages next, huh? Yeah. That would be amazing. And see, then the price of stuff gonna go up. Why the government ain't got no retirement ages? Y'all get to be rich zombies, and if you don't start living good when you leave, y'all be living good from day one.
In 1856, a British-born music teacher and enthusiastic cricketer named Henry Chadwick saw the Knickerbockers play the New York Gotham and became an instant convert to baseball. Chadwick developed the box score, wrote and edited the most popular players' manual, and launched one of the first baseball columns, covering the Knickerbockers and their challengers, the Gothams, Eagles, Empires, Excelsiors, and Atlantics, in the pages of the New York Clipper. And he began keeping comparative statistics so that he could measure one player's performance against another.
Welcome back. We'll hit the 8th inning button in the middle of the inning. Couldn't get it to load, and I had to go get my puppies in and out the door during the break. So we'll hit it in the middle of the 8th. Sometimes that button just will not load for us. Lefty-lefty matchup. Michael Harris, the batter, first pitch on the way. Pilkington the new pitcher into the game, the southpaw. They've got some names on this team, don't they? It's only one. Connor Pilkington, spelt with a K. And Pilkington is Pilkington. Slide it down and away. It's 0-1 count. Swing, lifts it. Into left field. Fairly easy catch for James Wood. He makes the catch on the run. One away. I wonder how many times he gets asked when he's doing stuff online if he's the James Wood. The movie actor. Nacho Alvarez, the batter, lefty-righty, 92 up top. This is a touch high, but gets the call. It's 1-0. According to this, talking about the weather, they might be able to get it in. It's 0-1 in the dirt. And we'll see how it plays out, of course. They're expecting a few showers in the area around noon. The game's supposed to start at 1:05. Is it 1:05? Yeah, 1:05. It's a change up down and it's 2. And then there are showers expected, but it doesn't look like big activity around the 3 o'clock area, and it may miss the stadium altogether there. You never know. We'll get a better idea tomorrow. We can look at the radar all the way through. The 2-1 fouls away 2-2. And then tomorrow, I mean, in a perfect world, this is correct. They've got a 5 p.m. showers, and then it doesn't rain again till the 9 o'clock hour, and you could almost be done with the game by then. The 2-2 lifts it high into center field, coming in making the catch for out number 2 is Hassel. The young center fielder. Man, they just gave a close-up look at Hassel out there with his, what do you call that, frosted tips and everything. He looks like he is deciding whether or not he's going to go to prom or not this coming spring. I mean, he is young. First pitch to Profar, swinging, lifts it. That'll be another easy play by Hassel. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th here in Braves country. The 8th inning, we go.
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay.
Let's get it! Hey!
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time. Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Pregame, salute!
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
Yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Connor Siebold will come on. He's only pitched about 10 innings this year. He's got a 2.61 ERA. We talked about this the last time he pitched. His career numbers are not great. Adams, first batter, takes a smack and sends it into right field. And it's a leadoff single for the Nationals. Pull the screen back once again to let you see any movement on the base paths. Connor Siebold got him off the trash sheet from the Tampa Bay Rays. Anytime you get someone from the Rays pitching organization, you might have something. See, you don't want to disparage him too early on. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The youngster, Robert Hassel III, is 0 for 2. I mean, I seriously doubt this kid packs a shaving kit when he goes on the road. He is young. The 0-1. Just below the knees, called for a strike. That is called an 8-1 strike, Mr. Hassel. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Not a ton of games tonight. Much more action tomorrow. The 0-2 outside wide. 1-2. We'll get you caught up on the out-of-town scoreboard here in a second. Robert Hassel III. You want to feel old about yourself? He was born less than a month before 9/11. August 15th, 2001. 1-2 inside. 2-2. But he looks younger than that. There's no way he doesn't get carded everywhere he goes. 6'1", just 186 pounds. You know you're young when you're 186 pounds. You haven't had years of eating slop to get you put some LBs on you. The 2-2 fouls it back. We'll do it again. Two count. Down and in, full count. Cincinnati, by the way, they do lead the Cardinals 3-1, bottom of the sixth. This is the payoff pitch. He'll foul it away. You got a 3-2 count now. Runner at first, nobody out. Real quick on your out-of-town scoreboard there in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania tonight, and the Cubs lead the Pirates 4-0 in the sixth. The payoff from Siebold. Fouls it away. Fastball, outer edge. We'll do it again. In the great state of Florida, the Tampa Bay Rays lead the Blue Jays 1-0. Orioles trail the White Sox in the Windy City 1-0 in the third. The payoff pitch. Just misses outside. Change up, ball four. Good take by the youngster. And first and second, nobody out for Siebold. Better get some. Better not blow another 8-1 lead. We've had too many of those this year there, Snitteroo. Kranitz is either talking violently on the phone or to himself, but he's got the phone in his hand. C.J. Abrams could cut this lead with one swing, essentially in half. First pitch is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing, fouls it away. Huge series in Texas. The Astros lead the Rangers in Houston 2-0 in the fourth. I'm locking into that as soon as I get off here. I can't wait to see that. They are all fighting for their playoff lives. Them and Seattle. The 1-1 swing, rips it up the middle, through for a base hit. That should score a run. See if they send him. They do. Here comes the throw into the infield. Kind of a light throw, and they'll go corner to corner, and still nobody out. This has Arizona Diamondbacks. Scott Blewett written all over it again. Later on tonight, another enormous series, the Giants and the Diamondbacks. Those two are fighting for the bottom, very last spot in the National League playoff race. They're both trying to catch the Mets, but they got to beat each other first. Phillies are at the Dodgers tonight. It could be a preview of the NLCS, but it's not a big game as far as getting into the postseason. Phillies already punched their ticket, and the Dodgers aren't that far away. Snicker's going to finally go out there and make his way out there with that half moo-moo he's wearing into the mound. I love when they give him a hard time about it. It's not the real big one. He wears like one blue one. It goes down to his ankles, but it's not flattering. We'll be back in a flash. I think that's Dylan Lee. You can't quite see him coming out of the pen. His face is hidden, but we'll be back. Braves trying to put this fire out. Come on, wake up, Braves country.
I wish I could say the D word.
What'd you say?
I said I wish I could say the D word.
Okay, I hate to ask, but what is the D word?
Will I get in trouble if I say it?
Well, I don't know if you're going to get in trouble because I don't know what you think the D word is.
So can I say it?
All right, just say it so I know what you're talking. Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
How could it be moose for one and then moose for 3 or 4? That don't make no sense.
Okay. You've never heard meese. You've never heard somebody refer to moose as meese. You've never heard that. Have you ever heard that?
Well, first of all, we live in L.A. Ain't no meese out here.
Larry McPhail was a banker's hard-drinking son, a born promoter, impatient with tradition, desperate to find new ways to boost attendance and rescue his club from bankruptcy in the midst of the Depression. And he hired a young Southerner named Walter Barber, who had never even seen a major league game, to do the play-by-play.
Anything new has to establish itself and gain its own credentials. When radio came along, some of the entrenched conservative owners said, wait a minute, why give away something that you're trying to sell for your living, to try and keep your enterprise afloat? And especially on days of threatening weather, when people would say, well, it looks like it may rain, I'll just listen to the radio and I won't go. They did not realize at that time that it would be creating new fans, that it would be making families of fans. Before radio, by and large, the people who came into a ballpark were men. Once radio came along and came into the homes, women began to understand the game. They didn't have to have somebody explain it to them. The play-by-play broadcaster was doing it. And attendance visibly went up when you had families coming instead of single members of the family. Radio made new fans.
Oh, man, it couldn't be a nicer afternoon. This is the one we've been waiting for. In baseball, they'd like to no more measles and free tickets to the circus.
Welcome back. Braves lead this one. Score of 8-2. Still nobody out. Runners on the corners. Bottom of the 8th. Nationals. James Wood, the heart of the order, takes the first pitch from Dylan Lee. Down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. 92 at the knees. 1-1. Tim, I don't know why you're asking about Cookie Carrasco, but he's not on the active roster. He did make it back through waivers, but they have no plans of having him pitch. Hopefully we don't see him pitch. Man, now that you've spoken to existence, they'll end up starting him tomorrow in the doubleheader. 1-2 count. Braves doubleheader tomorrow. 1:05 first pitch will come on the air. Around 12:30, 12:45, somewhere in that neighborhood. Get you ready. The 1-2. Swing, chops it foul. Do it again. I think we're set to come on at 12:30 tomorrow. double check that, but Chris Sale is expected to pitch tomorrow night's game. Tomorrow's game, they'll announce that post game as he adds someone to the roster. The 1-2 chops it over to second. Ozzie. It's going to be a 4 to 6 to 3 double play. Nationals will score a run, making it 8 to 3. But that is a big double play, clearing the bases. And 2 outs. That run will be accredited to Seabold. So his night is through. He did not record an out, and he gave up 2 earned runs, so his ERA is now 4.35. We talked about this when we first saw him last week. Seabold's ERA looked pretty impressive, but he'd only thrown about 9 innings at that point. Now that he's at 10 innings, he's got a 4.35, and he's been averaging north of 5.5, 6 runs each year. So it's very doubtful that the Braves keep him for next year. But you never know how people can sift through and become a minor leaguer again. The 0-1 to Chaparro, who's pinch hitting for Josh Bell. Bangs it foul. It's 1-1. We've talked about this the last couple of years, but the out-of-town Braves production team, who did just do an awful job. They're always a day late and $1 short. They were about to put Josh Bell's numbers up there. If you don't know the difference between Andres Chaparro and Josh Bell, you don't need to be doing baseball games. I mean, I'm serious. You just don't need to be anywhere near the production team. Those guys couldn't be farther from each other in appearance, and not to mention Josh Bell's been around in Major League Baseball for a long time. How the hell do you not know that's not Josh Bell? The 3-1 count, swing and a miss, pulled the string on that change, full count. Dylan Lee trying to get the Braves out of this inning. Ninth inning. Be interested to see where they go. You got the doubleheader, and then you've got the game on Wednesday, assuming weather is the payoff pitch. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. Lee is at 11 pitches. I would think they wouldn't want him to go 2 innings, because you would think they would probably want him to be available for one of those games tomorrow. The 5-run lead going into the 9th, if we can't get any more insurance, is the payoff pitch. Pop fouls it straight back. We'll do it again. You can go one or two ways. You can get aggressive and put one of your better guys to close it out, or you can try to roll the dice and put a Dane Dunning or something out there. The payoff pitch, swing! That ball's hammered high and deep into left field, but out of play. Down the third base line. We haven't seen Kinley in a few days. It may be his turn. The payoff pitch, swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. I would just like for them to not have Dane Dunning on the active roster. There's got to be a better option. I know he normally comes in when the game's out of hand, but seriously, can we not get some of these youngsters some time in the big leagues in September? The payoff pitch, lifts it high and deep, going back on the track, making the catch right there is Jerickson Profar. Profar, pro good. We'll head to the top of the 9th. Great job by Dylan Lee to put out the fire.
Introducing the only Triple Crown winner you've never heard of, Tip O'Neill. James Edward Tip O'Neill played Major League Baseball for 10 seasons as a left fielder and a pitcher for 4 Major League clubs. For one magical season in 1887, he put up numbers that will never be seen again. That season, he led the league in doubles, triples, and home runs, which no other player in the history of baseball has ever duplicated. His .435 batting average that season still ranks second on the all-time single-season batting average list. Originally, his batting average was .492 because bases on balls were counted as hits that season, but this was later adjusted in 1969. His 167 runs that season ranked 4th on the all-time single-season runs list. He not only led the league in batting average, home runs, and RBIs, he also led the league in on-base percentage, slugging percentage, runs, hits, doubles, and triples. Altogether, he led the league in 11 different categories that season. The only major category he didn't lead the league in that season was stolen bases, which the league leader had 138 and O'Neill only had 30 stolen bases that season. 2 out of every 5 hits by O'Neill that season were doubles, triples, or home runs. Between August 24th and September 5th, he set a record of 12 consecutive games with 1 or more extra base hits. During that streak, he hit .596. He also hit for the cycle twice that season, which doesn't seem that remarkable unless you consider he did it in the span of 5 games. What's even more impressive is that he put up all of those numbers in only 124 games that season.
Armchair.
In 1866, at Vassar College, a group of freshmen, with the support of a female physician who thought exercise for women essential to good health, formed the Laurel and Abenakis Baseball Club. Other colleges soon followed suit. They did not play for long.
One day, a student, while running between bases, fell with an injured leg. We attended her to the infirmary with the foreboding that this accident would end our play of baseball.
The teams were soon forced to disband. The game was considered far too violent for young ladies to play.
Welcome back. Matt Olson, one last chance. If he can get himself a triple, we got ourselves a cycle. How do you swing for a triple when you're as slow as Matt Olson? First pitch on the way, 95 up top for a strike. It's 0-1. He's 4 for 4 tonight. A home run, 2 doubles, and a single. 4 RBIs. 0-1. Outside wide, 1. Ribalta, the right-hander. Orlando Ribalta coming in for the Washington Nationals. 6'7", 245. The 1-1 foul back. It's 1-2. He's out of Santa Clara, Cuba. Played his college ball at Miami-Dade Community College. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. 96. Blew it right by him. One away. So that'll probably do it for the chase of the cycle. Second time this year he has been 1 away from the cycle. The last time it was a double he was missing. First pitch on the way to Acuna is right there on the outer edge. Slider, it's 1-0. Remember when he first came over from Oakland to Atlanta, he was a doubles machine that year. 1-0. Up top, did he go around? He did not, but I think first base umpire Adrian Johnson go, "What the hell are you doing, man? That was a strike." He probably should have just rang him up, but he didn't. 2-0. Second time tonight that he has blown a high call in the strike zone to Acuna. 2-0, down and in. 3-0. Thought that ball might have hit him at first. Acuna was hitting the first, but he was just retrieving the ball. 3-0 count. I mean, he's got a blind spot. Does Ramon De Jesus right there in that part of the zone versus right-handers. A 3-0. Swing and a miss, 3-1, excuse me. That's the second time tonight with Acuna, and that is the fourth time tonight he has missed a pitch in that area where it is 100% a strike. The 3-1 pitch, swing! That ball's belted high and deep, going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. A solo shot. Ronald Acuna Jr.'s 17th home run of the year in your Atlanta Braves. 423 happy feet later, make it 9-3.
Bravo.
A hanger, a banger. Cement mixer that just did not bend. 34th RBI of the year, 110 miles an hour off the bat. They say 423. I say 453. And the Braves lead it 9-3. First pitch to Ozzie Albies is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing. Rips it up the middle, and that's a base hit. Ozzie Albies. He's doing it one more time. Ribalta. His ERA is now just below 6 at 5.82. And Ha-Seong Kim, who's 1 for 3. First pitch on the way, 96 at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss by the convenience store. It's 0-2. Kim's convenience is 1 for 3, a run scored, a walk. He knocked in a run but didn't get the RBI because of a double play. When Acuna scored in the first, the 0-2, down and in. 1-2. It was back in the 4th inning, giving the Braves the lead that they have not looked back since. The 1-2 pitch, swing! That ball's lifted down the left field line. Stay fair, just foul. Into the corner. 1-2. 9 runs, 15 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. 3-6-0 for the Nationals. It's Chris Sale Day tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow night, the 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Wall drop, gumdrop will be on the bump on Wednesday. This is all assuming all these games get played. There is weather forecasting. We'll find out tonight who the pitcher for the game 1 of the doubleheader will be. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Four-seam fastball, outer edge, 2 down. Still, you got to love having a guy who can actually put a professional bat at shortstop. It has been since Dansby Swanson left us in the spring of 2023 that we've had a shortstop that can handle the bat. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Went over it when we first got Kim, but I don't think we've gone over it much since. To what you can expect from Ha-Seong Kim in a full, healthy year is the 0-1, fouls it straight back, it's 0-2. He's going to hit somewhere around the 15 home run mark. And his batting average is going to be somewhere around 260. And he'll have a slug. Well, he'll have an OPS north of 700. And with slick glove and good base running, that's all you can ask for. The 0-2 swing. That ball's belted, going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. Deuces, baby. The Drake, his 16th home run of the year, 378 happy feet later. And it's 11-3.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
The Drake is good. Woo-wee! He smoked that ball. That was a no-doubter. So 11-3 your score. Adams going out there to talk to Ribalto, but it's really just to have a quick chat and calm him down. First pitch on the way to Ozuna is below the knees for a strike. Well below the knees. It's 0-1. You're wondering why Jimenez is in the dugout. They have officially shut him down, by the way. He had knee soreness, and they're just going to let him rest for next year, essentially. It's the 0-1 down and in 1-1. At one point, they were trying to bring him back and see him throw an inning or so before the end of the season, but it's just not in the cards. The 1-1. Swing lifted, high and deep down the left field line. Stay fair. Get up. Just foul. It had the distance, but it took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. 1-2. Alexis Diaz is warming up in the pen. Good to see that. I like watching this kid pitch. I want to see if the Braves can fix him. The 1-2 misses high, 2-2. 2-2 count. So when we talk about the Braves bullpen, we always forget that Jimenez is going to be a part of that mix as well. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I think we'd be getting ahead of ourselves if we assume he's going to be like in the closer role. But anything you get out of Jimenez next year ought to be good. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. 11-3, bottom of the ninth we go.
All right, kids, I hate to say it, but I think it's time we have to form an alliance with the millennials.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a no from me there, Big Pimpin', but appreciate the offer. We'd be terrible teammates. Words hurt you guys too much. You have the alcohol tolerance of a child. You drink like nobody's ever hurt you in life, but I digress. First of all, congratulations on making it to the hating the younger generation part of your life. I'm proud of you. You guys are running around on all fours saying, like, my name's Mittens, I'm a cat, and you have to respect it. You have 9,000 pronouns that all say the same thing. Clearly the dosage is still off.
You mind if we ask you a quick question?
Sure, go ahead. What you got?
We're doing a survey and we're asking people, what would you do if somebody broke into your house with the intentions to rob and harm your family?
Oh, I'd call 811.
811? You mean 911?
No, 811, because I'm going to need to know where to dig a hole.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, it makes you me. I'm 81. But I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any man. It brings you back.
Welcome back, Alexis Diaz. Comes on with an 8.64 ERA, but you got to kind of put that to the wayside. The Braves are trying to fix what's been broken with Diaz over the last season or so. He was at one point an elite back-end arm. Braves picked him off of waivers from the Dodgers, who got him on a trade from the Reds earlier this season. First pitch on the way is swung on and fouled straight back. Dalen Lyle is 2 for 3 with a home run and a single. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Whoa! Just a bit outside. Four-seam fastball. 1-1. Does this thing freeze again? Is that what we're looking at? 1-1 count. Inside. Two and one. The 2-1 pitch. 86, down and away. 2-2. Braves 11. Washington 3, bottom of the ninth. We'll bring it back here in a second. The 2-2, outside wide. 3-2. So a 3-2 count. 11-3 your score. The pitch on the way, swing, fouls it away. Do it again. Payoff pitch misses, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. 1 on, nobody out. So before he got the yips or whatever's wrong with him, talk about Alexis Diaz, the right-hander. You look at last year in 2024, the first pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back out of play. Four-seam fastball, it's 0-1. He had an ERA below 4 at 3.99, but he was starting to get banged around at the end of the season. But in 2023, he had an ERA of 3.07 in 67 innings. Is the 0-1. Pops it up. Giving chase third base side, foul territory, is Nacho Alvarez. It's into the seats. It's 0-2. In 2023, he had a 3.07 ERA. In 2022, he had a 1.84 ERA. Both of those seasons, he pitched over 60 innings and averaged, is the 0-2 in the dirt? 1-2. He was averaging almost a strikeout and a half an inning. Last year, he fell to 1 strikeout in an inning, and then this year's just been an absolute disaster for him. The 1-2, high and out of the zone, 2-2. But the biggest thing you see from him is though he still has the velocity and whatnot, he just does not have the control. The 2-2 count, swing, fouls it away. But the Braves, because we're so far back in the standings and no shot at the playoffs, we've been eliminated. They don't have to worry about, well, you can't carry a guy you can't use, blah, blah, blah. The 2-2 pitch, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. If this was a normal year for the Braves, we never would have picked him up off the trash heap. Never would have happened. Because you got to have guys that can give you good innings coming out of the pen. The Dodgers gave up, and they started getting some guys healthy. The 2-2, caught, looking strike 3. Slider, slams it on the outer edge. 1 away. So this offseason, and he'll get a full chance in this spring to see what he can do. It's going to be very important for his career. Diaz has got to get right, and hopefully the Braves can figure out a way to work with him in the offseason and see what kind of, a lot of it's going to come down to him as the 0-1 to DeYoung is smoked down the line, foul 0-2. How much work is he going to put in the offseason to make sure he can save his career? Because the kid, look, he's still only 28 years old. He won't be 29 till next spring. He is the brother of the closer, the elite closer, one of the best closers in baseball, Edwin Diaz of the Mets. 1-2 count. I was joking the other day that we should trade him for little Acuna, and everybody's happy. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Four-seam fastball. Got him. 2 down. So he'll be one of the names that we'll be looking at next spring when we bring you the spring training games like we always do. Is the slider down and away, misses outside wide, it's 1-0. Hopefully we get quite a few games like we did this past spring. Past spring, I think we brought you 18 games in the spring training. It all comes down to how many games are actually being broadcasted. Whether it's by the Braves TV or their opponent, we bring just about every game we can bring to you. The 1-0 to Dylan Cruz is inside, ball 2-0. Nationals are down to their last out. The 2-0 pitch. 93 misses outside wide. 3-0. .3-0 count. 91 just misses ball 4. He'll head on down to first, so the inning will continue. And Adams, the backstop for the Nationals, Riley Adams comes to the plate. First pitch is right there at the knees for a strike to Riley Adams. It's 0-1. He's 1 for 3. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. You didn't have all the runners running all over the places on Drake Baldwin tonight. Mainly it's because the Braves got out to that early lead and they kept him off the pond. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. 11 runs, 16 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Nationals. Braves grabbed their 67th win of the year. Game ball, well, you got to give it to Matt Olson. The Ice House went 4 for 5 with a home run, 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs, and just a triple short of the cycle. Got to give a tip of the cap to Spencer Strider as well. He was in a bad spot, if you remember back earlier in the game when the ball was dribbled out in front of the plate and Drake was able to step on home plate and then fire down to first to get the inning-ending double play. At the time, the bases were loaded with 1 out, and we only had a 1-run lead. Spencer Strider goes 7 innings, 6 Ks, 2 walks, 1 run earned, and 4 hits allowed. Seabold was not great. Dylan Lee pitched a clean inning. And Diaz, though he walked 2 batters and you don't like that, he did strike out the side, and that's not nothing. Doubleheader tomorrow. We'll put the times in the chat here in a second. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. And we'll see you tomorrow. A double dip starting at 1:05.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.